Brother Camarco, that's your name? Camarco, my name's Uriah. I got a question for you. What's your nationality according to the Bible? Because they call us black in the world, right? Black, Afro-American, niggas, everything. What do God call so-called black people in the Bible? Your head ain't right? All right, well, we're going to go through a few things. You believe in the Bible? Nah, you don't believe in it? What if I told you the whole slave trade is in the Bible? You know about the slave trade, right? What if I can show you that the whole slave trade, all of this stuff right here that happened to us, it's been documented in the Bible that we call a white man's book, right? In the Bible that we say that's not real, from a God that we say is not real. Right. I'm going to show you the whole slave trade and the hell we catch living in the ghetto, written over 4,000 years ago. I'm going to show you that's in the Bible. We're going to prove to you that it's real today, first and foremost. You can read that.
The book of Genesis, chapter 32, and verse 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob.
So you got in the Bible some patriarchs. You got Abraham, Isaac, and you got a man named Jacob. I know you heard of them. All right, watch what God did to Jacob's name. Read.
But Israel, for as a prince hast thou power with God.
So Jacob's name was changed to Israel, and Israel means a prince that has power with God. Right. Believe it or not, me, you, and all these men connected to God through his word. We is chosen. That's why all of this happened to us, because the instructions that God gave the people named Israel in the wilderness, they broke them covenants. He had curses attached to those covenants that we finna go over now. That's why we pack the jailhouses. That's why we walking up and down the street riding bicycles and the other nations riding cars, Benzes, Ferraris. That's why they live in the mansions and we live in apartment complexes, efficiencies. Read Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to tell you why. God chose you above all people. We're not supposed to be on the bottom. I'm going to show you why we on the bottom. That's why I brought it up. That's not important. What's important is saving your soul. But I want to show you God is the one that put us on the bottom.
Right. But that's not bottom. That's just strength. I'm saying you drive in the car, that means you weak and you...
What I'm saying is you got a ruling nation that makes laws that's doing well, and you got a people that's oppressed, went on slave ships. I want to show you the reason why.
Hey, but this is what I'm saying. So what those people doing? These guys live every day.
What was what people? What was who doing?
The people that's living higher, because what they're doing, they're not going to be right.
I'm going to show you. What I told you to get. Read Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you, we the children of Israel. I'm going to show you what God said about us. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So these people named Israel, he said they was holy. That means separate, because he made all people, but these people Israel, they holy. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
That's why I brought up how the other people live versus how we live. Hold on. Because we the children of Israel, that just said we above all people. So if we're not the ones living good on this earth, we got to find out why we living so bad, right?
Okay, but I feel like when he say living good, it means living yourself, not having like other people.
So if God say you above all people, should we be the ones in the ghettos? Should we be the ones living on the bottom? Because blacks live on the bottom, the whole world hate us. Pay attention to what you're saying. This is simple logic now. Right. That's why we on the bottom. That's what we finna go over. Okay. That's why we on the bottom.
Okay.
Right. Because we disobeyed the not getting high, the not cheating on the wife. That was for us. We broke it because don't all nations commit those things? So you do believe in the Bible because you just mentioned God.
I mean, I believe in God because it's some kind of creator. I mean, I'm like, God gives you power. Like if you walking on the street, you strengthen yourself. You see people riding on bicycles.
Look at this.
They strengthening their body.
If say I got some kind of power or some money, some gifts to give you and that brother right there, I say, I love both of y'all. You above him, though. You above him, but I'm giving him all the gifts. You ain't got no questions about that? Because this just said the Israelites is supposed to be above all people. I'm trying to get you to understand the logic. These people, I'm listening to you, but look, these people right here is God's chosen people. We just read that they're above all people. If you look at all these people right here, they on the bottom in society no matter where they at. I'm going to show you why. Just bear with me. Get that real quick. We have to understand where we came from to understand why we're in the positions we're in now. Yes, we're not living the driving fancy cars and the living mansions, but if we're the princes of God, we got to scratch our heads and wonder why we getting shot down in the streets. Our women getting sex trafficked. That's major.
Right.
Those are major things. We pack the jailhouses. Everybody commit crimes. Everybody sell weed. Everybody sell dope. Right. But we the ones catching 30 years for it. Right. It's people actually getting off for rape of the other nations. They're raping people and getting off.
You know why? Because we're not fighting them. We got to fight them.
We're going to show you how to fight. Read that what you got.
The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom God went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land, before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods.
Give me Deuteronomy 1:1. God chose these people, Israel. We were on top at one point in time. We got to know our history. You heard of King David. You heard of King Solomon. You heard of Jeremiah, Isaiah. Those are black men. That's what the world would call Negroes today. They had a message for us. Those were real men. These are letters that they wrote. It's in the form of chapters and verses now, but that's my daddies and your daddies that's giving us a message. We ain't doing what it said. When I talk about prospering, I'm talking about your spirit being clean, living right, all of that. When we keep the commandments, you prosper, you do better. But we don't do that. We're living the customs of another nation. We were brought here as slaves. We're living their customs and we forgot ours. What we're doing out here today, we're restoring all of that. Our nationality and what we're supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be eating, how we're supposed to be dressing. That's what we're doing out here.
Read. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So Moses is speaking to a people named Israel. Right. Moses today would be called a Haitian man. He was from the tribe of Levi. Technically he's Levi. Today they call him Haitian. Right. That's why I asked you what your nationality was, because they call us black. They got 100 names for us. They call our brothers Hispanic, Latinx, and all of these names. You name pets. You know what I'm saying? That's not our real name. God didn't name us that. So, these be the words which Moses said to all Israel. So now we got an audience. We're in the wilderness. What the Africa? We're from Africa, but the part of Africa we're from is Jerusalem. Israel, yeah, get Joel. Israel is the part of Africa we from. When you read the Bible and the prophecies, the Romans ran us into Africa. A lot of us was already scattered there through slavery, but you got dark-skinned people called the Hamites. The real Shemites is dark-skinned like you and me. You know how they say anti-Semitic? We are the Semitic people. So we ran into Africa amongst other dark-skinned people who were Hamites. They weren't our people. They sold them, and the Arabs sold us to the white man. That's why people always say blacks sold blacks. That ain't true. Right. Hamites, who are the Nilotes, they're not Nilotic, are different from me and you. Right. But we're going to read, I'm going to show you history right now, because if you read any history book, it'll tell you that Hamites and Palestinians, who are Arabs, sold us to the Greeks. Greeks is the white man. Watch this, written 4,000 years ago. Read.
The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
So God is saying, what the hell you got to do with me, Tyre and Zidon? Them African nations, what's called African today, they're Hamites. They're what we're not Africans. Right. God say, what do y'all got to do with me? Y'all ain't my people. Read.
And all the coasts of Palestine.
And the Arabs, what do you have to do with me? Y'all ain't got nothing to do with me. He can explain why he talking like this. Read.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Recompense mean a repayment. God is speaking to these Africans and Arabs. Are you going to give me a repayment because I chose the Israelites and you mad because I ain't choose you?
What?
This is why he's saying that. This is what the Arabs and the Hamites did to us before the white man even did it. You know about the sub-Saharan slave trade? This is why God, he was speaking in the future because he knew they was going to take us into slavery, but he allowed it because we don't know who we are and we break the commandments. So he's teaching the Hamites and the Arabs, hey, you trying to repay me? Read.
And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So you going to repay me. Okay, I'm going to let you take my people into slavery, but when I send my son back, I'm going to put y'all in slavery. That's what he's talking about.
What?
Swiftly and speedily, I'm going to turn that around after I'm finished punishing my children.
Verse 5, because he hath taken my silver and my gold.
If you read the history, the Babylonians knocked down our temple, took all our gold. The Greeks, the Romans knocked down our temples, took all of our gold. Our precious gold, menorahs, everything we had in the temple.
And have carried into your temples.
Carried it into their temples. Who the woman just, Queen Elizabeth II?
Right.
You see all that gold and stuff she got on?
Bring it
That's
up.
ours, bro.
What?
That's our gold. She admit that's our gold. What she call it now? African stone. All of them call the African stones. That's our stuff.
Right.
Those Greeks and Romans took our gold and carried them into their temples.
Bring it out.
I'm explaining to you our history. You got to know your history to know where you come from, because when Christ get here, you don't want to rule the world, because that's what's in the Bible and that's what's coming. We ruled it at one point in time, and I'm showing you how it all got taken away.
Bring it out.
Now, we're dealing with Hamites and Arabs. I'm showing you history because you can go in any history book and find this. We're reading it to you out of a book nobody believe in.
Read. Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
All the nations stole from us. And they stole us specifically. We're scattered all over the earth.
Right.
You go to Rome, you go anywhere, we down in the ghettos. Read.
And have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Sold to who?
Unto the Grecians.
So the Africans and Arabs sold us to the Grecians. What happened in 1619? What happened in the sub-Saharan slave trade? It's talking about us, written 4,000 years ago. Go read in the history book and it'll tell you the Hamites and the Arabs, the Palestinians did this. So we'll read that out of our history book and believe it, but now we read not the Bible and we'll go to Bible not real. He said the children of Judah, who they call American blacks today, and Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians. That's your history in the Bible. But watch what's going to happen in the future now that you know who you are. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them up out of the place whether ye have sold them.
So we were sold here. My ancestors were sold here. That's why I'm here now. I'm going to raise them up out of the places where you sold them. Because look, we raising up right now. We ain't out here selling dope like we used to. We ain't out here cheating on our wives like we used to. We came to talk to our brother and show our brother that you are God on this earth. And God himself is coming back to raise you up. In the last days, we're going to get restored. All that's coming back. That's why I mentioned how the other people live. Whether you content right now with how you live, it got to hurt your spirit to know that our people's supposed to be on top and we the ones catching the bus.
Bring it up.
That's hurtful. I don't want to ride the bus, bro. You might. You rather ride the bus and drive a car. You know that's a destroyed thought process. To know that you're above all people and you say you don't mind riding the bus. How you feel about our people as a majority packing the jailhouses when everybody commit crime?
Why are we in it? Okay.
I'm finna show you.
Okay. Why do we let them always take us in the woods like that? Nobody does that.
Because it's spiritual. God is the one that put us in this position.
Hey, you see on the street, the only people on the street is us. There's no Chinese people, there's no Mexican people. They ain't even from here. So why are we the only ones?
Hold that real quick. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 16. I'm
going
gonna show you why.
Okay, the police are killing us, but why are we not killing them?
I'm gonna show you. No, the Bible say don't kill. If we above all people and we mad at them killing us, can we turn around and kill them? We look just as bad as they do. We holy. We ain't supposed to be killing. Right, and now ain't the time. Now is the time to raise us up with the commandments. Read verse 15. I'm gonna show you right now. I ain't trying to cut you off. I'm gonna answer your question right now. Remember, this book was written to the Israelites. I'm gonna show you a warning God gave us. I'm gonna show you why this is happening. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
God told Moses to go to the Israelites, what you are, to tell you, hey, something's gonna happen in the future. This shall come to pass. Not right now. Read.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
If you won't listen, thy means your. We the only ones got a God. If you won't listen to your God, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To do what?
To do all his commandments.
That's our problem right there. This spiritual, we got to get, Lord, let me finish. I got 2 verses. This spiritual, this is why I tell you we got to know who we are. Ain't nobody strong enough to take us and do this unless God allow it. We stronger mentally and physically. So how can somebody do this to us?
Right.
We got a God up there, a black God. This is we have no choice. You can't beat what God God said, keep my commandments, so I'm gonna do something.
We can kill each other, but why we can't kill?
Because we destroy. We destroy. If you kill the police officer, we don't rule this land. You finna rot in jail.
Right.
The other nations kill out. Don't the other nations kill us in the streets on camera and get off? I'm trying to show you it's spiritual. Right? That was my point. Everybody do it, but who packed the jailhouses?
Okay, but listen like this. We can kill each other, but we can't kill them when they killing them.
We ain't allowed to kill each other neither. We ain't supposed to be doing that. That's just something we do.
Zechariah 4:12.
Hey, okay, but listen like this. Anytime somebody puts your life in danger, you got the right to do that.
You can
So,
defend yourself.
Yeah,
You can defend yourself, but with the killing that's happening to us, is that self-defense or are we getting killed out of hate? It's because they hate us, right? You telling me the police killing us is self-defense? That's hate.
Bring it out.
Read what you got.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 4, verse 6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts.
We can't come up by might and by power.
Right.
We grab guns and kill them. They got tanks and airplanes. What you gonna do? We can get 50 brothers out here right now. We went there with a chopper. We can go to spraying. They bring one tank and clear all us out.
Bring it
They're
out.
ruling right now. We on the bottom. You got to accept that.
They make the bullets.
They make your bullets.
When you run out, you go into your enemy form.
Right. Yeah, we is. That's what the importance come in from you knowing who you are.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.